Welcome to the Sellernomics podcast. In today's episode, we'll be featuring one of the many great tools and software available to Amazon sellers to help you grow your FBA business. A special thank you to our sponsor, Getida, the global leader in FBA auditing and reimbursements. Get $400 in free FBA reimbursements at Getida.com/Sellernomics. Now it's time to show us what you got with your hosts, Rob Stanley and Lisa Kinski.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to today's episode of Show Us What You've Got. My name is Lisa Kinski, and I'm joined by my co-host, Rob Stanley. And we have with us, again, a friend of the show, John Aspinall with PickFu. And we're going to be talking about how to boost your Amazon strategy with PickFu Insights. We've got a really fun demo for you guys today. And let's go ahead and bring John on board. John, how are you?
Hello, guys. Thank you for having me back. This is always fun. I always love coming on here because you guys are a blast and we get to talk all good strategy, all good stuff, all good tools.
Yes, it is a pleasure to have you on, John. It's going to be another really great time, fun conversation. But let's go ahead and just get straight to it. We're going to have you share your screen and take us through a demo. And without further ado, show us what you've got.
Just like the name says, show us what you got, right? Or show you what I have.
There we go.
So everyone knows PickFu for the most part as this or that. Click test, this or that, A or B, that kind of stuff, head-to-head polls. But there's so much more to that. So with our click test, you see an example I have here. This is my tried and true example I always show people. I feel bad it's not special for you guys. I should have made one special for you. But this is a click test, right? So based on the image for search, detangling brush, which product would you rather click on and buy? So you can do this for a lot of different ways, for a lot of different reasons. If you're looking to source a product and you don't know what product to source and you have a general idea, take a screenshot of the Amazon SERP, let people click and see. So you see this one only got one click. You would think that two brushes, that's pretty much the same as this brush right here, that are different colors for $5.99 would sell leaps and bounds better than a single brush that's black, but this is doing 1,000 units at nearly double the price. And there's a reason for that. So when you go over here and see the insights, you see this one has 12 clicks. You go down here, people are saying, oh, okay, I like it has a grip, not crazy colors. The general one jumped out first. Black colors, more professional looking, more professional styling. So if you're looking to source a product, we're talking about sourcing for a second, you don't want to source something like this because I would think that something like this would be a better value prop that would kill it on Amazon because it's two for $5.99. But what the audience is telling you is they don't care. They want a black color. They want more sleek, more professional. I even asked my wife about this one. I said, would you buy two of them? For half the price? And she said, no, I don't want the crazy colors in my purse. I'm like, wouldn't you be able to find them easier when you're looking for them? And she laughed. She's like, no, I just want the black one. I don't like these crazy colors. So that's one way of looking at how powerful the click test is. There's two more ways. So the next way is, let's say you are this seller over here, right? This one is $9.99, 400 units sold. You're only getting 2 clicks. So versus sourcing the product, now it's how is your position on the page for the search key term, right? So if we're searching detangling brush, and that's something I really want to rank for, that's my number one phrase, keyword, you're not getting any clicks. And this is a sponsored one too, which is really rough, right? Because you're paying for placement over there. But why are people not clicking? Are they not clicking because, well, hey, you can't change how the style of your brush looks. It is what it is. You probably have a container worth of them. You have to make do. But what you can do, right, is talk about value prop on the box. These kind of post edits, different angles. So you see over here, this brush and this brush, they're literally the same brush. It's a commoditized product that someone, bought, slapped the brand name on, that kind of stuff. This one captured more market share, not as much as this because of the angle, right? So angles, colors, post edits, all these things account for how you're getting the click. Because as Abraham Lincoln, and I quote Abraham Lincoln said, it all starts with the click. Don't fact check that, but please don't. But at the end of the day, you want to really know where your customers are clicking. Now, the third way you'd want to run a click test with PickFu, which is a newer one, and I'm going to show you guys this in a second, is from an ads perspective. So this one we truncated and removed out like the brand ad at the top. But if you're running a brand ad at the top, take a screenshot of the SERP, including the brand ad and the first 2 lines of products, and then say, based on this search for this, where's the first place you would click? And if you're seeing that customers are clicking on the actual items and not your brand ad, then you have to work on creating a new asset, a better version, because if no one's clicking on your ad, no one's going to be buying. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It does, right? So guys, let me go here. Let me go to good old Amazon, and we're going to play around really quickly. I'm going to go out to the show us what you got panelists, and I want you guys to give me a random product because I'm going to show you how this works.
Let's go with a passport cover.
Passport cover.
And can you zoom in just a little bit, John?
Absolutely not. Hold on.
Okay. Understood.
There you go.
Well, I could zoom in, but I have to zoom out for the SERP because if I
That's
zoom
okay.
SERP, yeah. So passport cover, let me zoom back out because I'm going to do this for a second. Let's go at 100%. Nope. Let's go here. Right now, this is not a good example because there's no brand ads running. So give me another one.
Let's try a shower head filter.
Ooh, shower.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Out here in Arizona, we got hard water. So
you know why?
There you go.
I goofed. I'm running Arc browser. Arc browser hides all ads. So whoopsie doodle. Let me open up Safari. We're gonna have a little technical snafu, but I'm gonna open up Safari. Let me kick me off screen and bring me back on. We'll bring on Safari.
Okay.
That's fine. So John, why don't you tell us why you're getting that ready? So this is some of the new features that PickFu has added recently?
It's not new. Click test has been around for quite some time. Not as
but the heat map sort of thing. Is that something?
No, that's it's all old hat, but it's different innovative ways of using it, right? Because before it was kind of for gaming, for anything like this, where are you resonating? But when I came to PickFu, I was like, wow, this is a super powerful tool. Have you ever thought about just running a SERP? Because the SERP is like the go-to for everything. So I thought, okay, cool. Let me take a screenshot of a SERP and just run a click test. Now you could do 1 or 2 or 3 kind of clicks, but usually it's 1 click. So I got my Safari up here. Shout out to Arc browser, by the way. If you guys aren't using Arc, shameless plug for someone who doesn't sponsor me at all for a free product. But Arc browser is phenomenal. It's built on Chrome and it hides ads. Not good for the PPC agency that I was talking to today at all. So let's do this. Let's shower head filter. Okay, now we got what we're talking about over here, right? So let's do this. We're going to take this screenshot over here like this. Now kick me off again. We'll bring back Arc so we can do all this fine stuff.
Nice.
All right, here we go. Window, Arc, and we're rocking and rolling again. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with that screenshot to PickFu, create a new poll. Super, super simple. Open up Poll Builder. It doesn't get easier than this. So before I ask the question, we're going to go down here. Now you see there's multiple poll types. There's open-ended, star rating, click test. Certain things are grayed out until you put the option in, right? So there's no head-to-head because I didn't put anything to have head-to-head too. And if I put one product, you can't have head-to-head because it's just the head, no other head. So what we're going to do is we're going to go here. I'm going to upload that screenshot of the SERP that I took. Wonderful. And now it's giving me the options that I can do. So I can do open-ended, I can do star rating. We're not talking about today. We're talking about click test. So click test, how many clicks? 1 click, 2 clicks. We keep it on 1 click. Now the question, right? So if you're shopping on Amazon for shower head filters and came upon this screen, where would be the first place you would click, right? Because we want to know, based on this, where's the first place they're going to click? Because we're in this in this situation, maybe we're the brand owner that's running ads, or maybe we're the PPC agency and we're doing the brand ads, or maybe we're the creative agency that's making the brand ads, and we want to see if it really resonates, right? We're going to do it at 15 people. So now you could go down here. We're going to pick random audience for just sheer speed right now. But ideally, you'd want to do targeted audience. So if you know who your demographic and ICP is, if it's women, if it's men, if it's older folks, if it's homeowners, right? Because maybe you're not care about the shower head filter if it's a rental, or maybe you do because that's part of your lease agreement that you have to take care of that, right? There's 90 plus different traits that you can drill down to here. It gets super crazy granular, like dressing style. So if you're like boho chic and classic style, I don't know what classic style is, but apparently that's something. But we're going to keep it at random right now just for sheer speed. And then we're just going to go over here, click checkout. Don't be jealous at all the PickFu credits that I have, guys. Trust me. This is just a perk of coming with the role as a brand evangelist. Rob, you should know about it. Rob, do you ever get, when you're, say the title evangelist, people often think it's very, very religious and you're some sort of guy screaming in a pulpit? Is that?
I've heard that before. Yeah. And by the way, I have PickFu credits also. So big shout out to PickFu guys.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you had PickFu credits now. Now we're talking. It's funny though. While this runs, I just want to say a quick thing. I get LinkedIn mailed a ton. And we'll zoom in here. I get LinkedIn mailed a ton. And because I have the title brand evangelist, I got a church contacting me, looking for me to assist them with some evangelical things. And I was like, that's a wrong title, sir. LinkedIn's got to clean that up to parse out that kind of stuff. But the main idea with something like this is we really want to see where someone's clicking. Now, the first 4, right? So remember, this is primarily, let me zoom in a little bit more. This is
interesting because we're almost doing ads versus products, and then which of the ads or which of the products they're going to click on first. Now, does it John, here's a quick question. Does it we did say 1 click. Will it register 2, or just as soon as they click, that's it'll register?
As soon as they click, that's it. We can set it up for 2 clicks, 5 clicks, 10 clicks.
Oh, okay.
We can go up to like a whole bunch of clicks. Usually for a lot of clicks, I would do something like that. For multiple clicks would be for like your A+ content. So if you're looking to do premium A+ versus standard A+, right? Well, you can't do this or that. You'd have to do one or the other. So let's say you have standard A+ and you want to optimize for premium. And is it really beneficial to put that embedded video in the premium? Is it really beneficial to put that carousel in the premium A+ content? Well, when you load the A+ into PickFu and run a 3-click, give me your first 3 clicks where you would go to gain more information on this product page. If you see that no one is clicking near that carousel or clicking near that video, like I want to play that video, a couple of things you need to take into account. 1, is this a product that really needs or warrants premium A+ that someone's going to want to click on a video? For example, like an ice cream scooper. I don't need to see a video for an ice cream scooper. When I hit the product detail page, I'm just buying it. Now, if I'm buying an amplifier for my car or a garage door opener, do I want to see a little bit more about the pieces and how it assembles, or even furniture? Those are always good things to have videos. But I always like to let the data speak for itself. So that's number 1. Number 2, 1 is if it warrants it. Number 2 is are the assets even good, right? Because if you have a carousel, right, sometimes on Premium A+, they'll have multiple carousels where you swipe over. But if it's not clear in the action, the call to action, hey, go over here to learn more, or something that's compelling someone to swipe, they won't know. Because Premium A+ nowadays, everyone thinks they're Apple. They're very Johnny Ivy with everything, make it all seamless and very minimalistic. Well, you can't do that for, Susie's grandma in Ohio that needs to be told, scroll over here to see more, right? You have to be no barriers of friction points for the purchase. So you can see
this
here.
Will be interesting too, because we're actually running the filters that go behind your current shower head versus buying an entirely new shower head that has the filter built in.
Yeah.
So that's going to also be interesting to see, because some people do they want to replace their entire shower head, or like me, I'm really happy with a certain style of shower head. In fact, we've carried it from house to house and put the old one back. And so, I wanted the filter that went behind it so I could keep my regular shower head. So this will be interesting.
What kind of fancy shower head do you have that you bring it from house to house with you? Is this a big investment?
It's that flowing hair I have, it needs to be a certain size and amount hitting me. So
my wife recently wanted me to purchase, you can have an add-on to an existing shower where it's a stripe down that makes it have multiple shower heads, like a fancy shower.
I've seen this.
I said, this is not a hotel, ma'am. We're not doing that. No, thank you. So you can see we're getting responses in. It's lightning fast. I know I said it was quick. Here's the data to prove it, right? So far we have a bunch of clicks in here right now. So you'll see only 2 people are clicking on the brand ad at the top. 2 people over here are clicking on the first one, but we could see why. So here's the thing, right? There's often something called cannibalization, and that's a big topic right now in PPC agencies. So you see this here, and this here is the same product, right? But what's happening is they're clicking over here. So let's see why. The shower head filter of my choice looked very nice and modern and effective and durable. They're clicking here because it's the ad, right? Because if they liked it, they also would have noticed it right here as well, and they may have clicked that, but they're defaulting because we read left to right. That's a lot of psychology behind this kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And then someone else said, looks the most popular option, so I click to read the reviews. So that's the other thing you want to take a look at as well. So if you're looking at from just high level down, you're going to get some people that, if it's monster reviews, they're going to see that. They're going to go and click there. But we're not talking about that for this case. We're talking about, are they clicking on the ad? So with the ad, right, let's see. We got some more stuff. It just keeps on piling in, guys. So we're getting only 2 clicks on the ad. So they're saying, I would click on the advertisement because it's likely to be well-designed. I think the deal is appealing and the product looks well made. The price is reasonable and makes me want to learn more. So a good metric would be, is your brand ad stealing market share from everything below the fold because your ad is super compelling and super interesting, right? A lot of times we'll see where it says save up to 46% on and then go to the brand store. Sometimes on the tests that I've run doing this for some PPC agencies, when it says visit the store or some other sort of compelling call to action, it does vary and sway how people go, because sometimes folks will say, well, they have a whole gaggle of other products. I want to see what else they have, right? So are you really conveying that in your brand ad? And I don't know. We have more people responding over here. But if you see this one right here that says, I'm attracted by the phrase heavy duty. So this person likes the phrase heavy duty. Yeah. So now if you take it on the other side of things, let's say you're Aqua Bliss and maybe, oh no, this is Aqua Bliss. So this is Aqua Bliss's heavy duty, right? So let's say you were, looks like Aqua Bliss is dominating the category over here, but not doing brand ads. So there's a lot of data that you're getting from this over here, right? So you could say, okay, Aquasana is trying to steal market share away from Aqua Bliss. Maybe Aqua Bliss, you should run some brand ads at the top over here as well. So if they're saying heavy duty, and let's say this guy over here was not Aqua Bliss and they were heavy duty and they didn't have any packaging behind it that said it very clearly to increase the CTR, those are little tips and tricks that you'd want to do to help that. So let's see if I want to see if this.
That's interesting because I have actually 2 different ones from 2 different manufacturers. And the very first one we got was actually pretty lightweight. I mean, the filter was good in it, and it's still, they're all kind of a little on the heavy side. And then we got this new one in, and it was twice the weight, but it also seemed like it was a little bit bigger filter because you have to open it up and take off things to get the filter to start working. But it felt like more value because of it being heavier. And when you opened it, the filter did, even though we're talking like very minimal amount, the filter did look bigger inside of it. So I felt like there was more value, at least when I opened the second one that was heavier duty. So there's something to be said for that.
Yeah, it's always on Amazon perceived value. Like, is this really valuable? Is this? So a lot of times too, what you could do is in certain tools like Canva, you can blur out the ratings and the price if you really want true product feedback and you don't want the ratings or the price to skew and sway. But this is a real life scenario where people are actually clicking and testing. Now, if we did example for dog supplements, right, we would target in that click test dog owners. We don't care what cat owners have to say. We love you, cat owners, but for that poll, we don't really care what they have to say. It's the same way I'm married almost 11 years. If it was a product for singles, you don't want my opinion because I might think it looks good, but if I'm not the one buying your product, you don't want my opinion. So that's why those traits are super, super important. One thing I'll show you while this is running too. Lisa, did I show you this last time too? Another version of a click test?
No, I don't think so. We talked about that we would be going into this in this episode. We kind of teased this for today, but we didn't do this.
Yes. So I like to show people this. This is a goodie for anyone watching. So I did just silly John doing it, silly goose. Which of these images is not AI created? Click the one you feel is not AI. So you could see that not a lot of clicks here, but in this situation, we want something that has the most clicks. Well, actually, that does work right. So everyone's saying that this image is not AI. So which one do you think is AI, and which one do you think is not AI out of all four of these?
I think the bottom right is not AI.
This one right here, that's the second winner over here. Yeah.
Because it almost looks like it's overexposed on the top, like, the sun, which I have that happen when I take photos.
Yeah.
So, and I feel the bottom left is definitely more AI or AI enhanced.
Yeah. So you could see over here, and there's a reason why I did this. This is not just me playing around with PickFu credits if my bosses are watching, just wasting money. It's a reason why I'm doing this, right? So you go down here and it says, it looks the most natural. The people's teeth look natural. So everyone goes down to, when anything's AI generated, often everyone goes to teeth, fingers. Those are the things that AI kind of goes crazy with. Wrinkles. So Lisa, so Rob's saying this one. Lisa, what do you think?
I'm inclined to say the same thing. I think that he looks airbrushed in the top right. It could also be top left, or because I know you a little bit, John, I think they might all be AI generated.
Ooh,
that's possible too, for sure.
And the results? Should I give the results?
Please.
Yeah.
Should we wait till the next podcast to give the result? No, I'm just kidding. I hate people do that. Lisa's right. They're all AI generated.
Yeah.
So the reason why I'm doing this is because if you have a supplement brand, if you have, think of the reason this came about was because speaking to a brand that had supplements for people over 50, or maybe it's over 60 plus, for joint support and stuff like that. There's only so many photos you can show in your image stack, right? Of the pill, of the ingredients, maybe an infographic, but you might not have a couple that fits that demographic walking realistically, showcasing who that ICP is. Sure, you can go out there and get stock photos from all this other kind of stuff, but people often know if it's stock and stuff like that. This is a way to get original content. So you could take something like this, and I didn't use Dolly, I didn't use anything like that. I used Midjourney. Midjourney is far superior for photo generation. The prompt I gave this one was hyper-realistic, photorealistic, shot on a Canon DSLR selfie style, that granular of it, of a couple, older couple in their 50s, walking, happy, smiling in the park, into fitness and health. This is what all these is what it spit out. And I was like, which one looks the most realistic? I'm going to pick for it. So this is a good way for brands that want to give the extra branding, extra realistic feel. Another brand that I was working with in the past was supplements for cats for hairballs. Gross, I know. But there's only so many ways you can show that. So who is the avatar for that? Well, it was a long-haired cat, and it was a female demographic from what they said. So we did Midjourney with a female in her 20s to 30s with a long-haired cat. And we put some infographics on, some text, some typography on top of it. Hey, don't do this, or learn this and help this and better this. And it actually works. So a lot of cool ways you could use PickFu. Whoops, what'd I do? No, we don't want to do that. We already saw that. I'm going to the spider eggs that we were looking at before, guys. Oh no. What a goof. But going back to this here, right? You could still see the brand ad is not winning, right?
Yeah.
It's just not compelling enough.
Yeah.
Everyone is migrating towards this over here, and we're seeing it's heavy duty, bestseller badge, right? So they're clicking this because of the bestseller badge. So what do you have to say in the brand ad up here to be more compelling to get those clicks? Clearly, this lady in this shower stall is not it. right? Maybe it's the model, maybe it's the demographic, maybe people don't want to, maybe she doesn't look happy. I don't know. A lot of times when people don't have super happy smiling faces living their best life, it doesn't really resonate, right? So maybe if you had a woman showering and like, smiling and stuff like that, or maybe show a bigger product array that you have more stuff in your store, that's what's going to help you get the click on the brand ad. That's what's going to help you get those conversions.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that's what I got.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Well, I mean, John, like you said, everybody knows PickFu, obviously, but will you run us through very quickly how it is that you guys help sellers beyond what you've showed us here today, and let us know where folks can reach out if they have any questions?
Totes my goats. So PickFu, pickfu.com, super short domain, very, very simple. Consumer insight tools. So we're doing everything. Don't just think about Amazon, Walmart. It's really, really granular down to publishers. If you're into gaming, heck, I even had a conversation with my wife of what do you want to have to cook for dinner, this or this. I PickFu'd it. I won. She cooked what I wanted, right? So you can really, it's an argument settler. It's a debate settler. It's if you're using any sort of creative assets, if you're developing a logo, if you're developing a website and you want to see where people are clicking, is it relevant? Is it good? Is it nice? Product sourcing. And there's a wide array of tests you can do. So there's the head-to-head, there's this or that, there's the click test like we talked about, there's ranked polls. So if you're doing a color variation, right? Rob, let's say you're selling, I'll take ice cream scoops again, a black handle ice cream scoop, right? And you want to dive into other colors and I want to get a blue, red, pink, orange, purple. Well, are those colors really going to resonate with your demographics? You're going to run a ranked poll, right? You're going to put all those color variations in there and they're going to say, like this one, number 1, this one, number 2, this one, number 3. So the top 3, you can go out there and source and have a little bit more validation that it's going to work out. But yeah, and actually PickFu, we started a new kind of venture, which is done for you. So if everything that you've heard here is super compelling and you're like, yeah, I want to do that, PickFu is super easy to use. But if you don't have a graphic designer and you don't have time, because if you're selling on Amazon, you probably don't have a lot of time. Done for you is something that PickFu is doing where we have in-house graphic designers. We do all the polling, all the iterating for you, and we just give you the final result for main hero image, A+ content, brand story module, all those good creatives. So we have your back if you want to do it a DFY done for you or a DIY do it yourself. I don't know what the other option is. It's either done for you, do it yourself, or have someone do it. I don't know what those letters are, but
need to do it.
Need to do it.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Awesome. And like John said, the website is very easy, pickfu.com. Y'all can reach out to John with any questions that you have at Aspinall, so his last name, at pickfu.com. And yeah, John, thanks for hopping on again. Always, we love having the PickFu team on, love seeing your tool. And I think my favorite thing about these demos is how fast the responses actually do come in, because you can tell somebody, oh, you get responses lightning quick all day long, but then to see that we've run something here and gotten responses in less than a half hour, I mean, it's probably the most compelling argument there is to use a tool like PickFu.
And you can totally,
you know what, John? Yeah. Fun fact: the Sellernomics logo was run through PickFu.
Was it? Ooh,
yep.
I'm going to go back and I'm going to go back in the archives and see what lost. And I'm gonna check.
You don't even have to go that far back. Just go look at the old logo that we had beforehand. And
that was the only 2 iterations. Just had that or this.
Well, no, I had a couple others. There was several others, like a couple others, but that's the one that won. So we changed it over to the one that won. So
yeah. I am going to challenge you, Rob, because Rob, the money man, with your whole ensemble at all the events. I am going to be investing in my own PickFu ensemble, and I will be running PickFu on that to see with data-driven insights which one we should go with. So I'm thinking
which one will beat out the money.
Which one will beat you? Yeah, first iteration is which one, and then we're going to try and beat you. But I'm thinking like a two-face one. Thinking like this or that.
Challenge accepted.
There we go.
Bring it.
Yeah. All right. So stay tuned for the next episode of Sellernomics, where we throw John and Rob in the boxing ring in each of their outfits to see who wins. No, John, thank you so much for hopping on today.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
And
John.
Thank you so much for everyone who tuned in. If y'all liked what you saw, please be sure to give us a thumbs up, share your thoughts with us in the comments, subscribe to the show, and we will see you all on the next one.
Thanks for joining us this week on the Sellernomics podcast. Special thanks to our sponsor, Getida. Did you know that Amazon probably owes you money for FBA reimbursements? Get $400 in free FBA reimbursements at Getida.com/Sellernomics. Be sure to join us again next week for more great tips on how to grow your business. And thanks again for listening.